35 centuries ago, in the western parts of present-day Georgia, where the river leaves the wide valley and starts to flow along the ancient Colchic plain, a city was built. The history of the city of Kutaisi dates back to the establishment of the kingdom of ancient Colchis. Its power was reflected in the Greek epic legend about the Argonauts. The fortresses of Ayet, the powerful and stern ruler of Colchis, are seen from the far away. At the mouth of the Pontus Euxinus down the river Phasis, the sailors of the Argos saw the Caucasus and Kutaisi, a city of the kingdom of Ayet. The people living here are numerous. King Ayet's palace is an ensemble of skillfully constructed facilities. Taken by surprise, the Argonauts were watching the palace wall, its gates and columns. This is how the Kutaisi of the 14th, 13th centuries BC was described by Apollonius of Rhodos, the ancient Greek historian and poet. Among the riches, the golden fleece was particular. It was the golden fleece for the sake of which famous heroes, led by Jason, came from Greece. The king agreed to give them the fleece, provided that they would fulfill a special mission. However, in reality, he was not going to give the treasure away. Ayet was sure that the Greeks would fail. Both the legend and Apollonius of Rhodos tell that with the help of Medea, Ayet's beautiful daughter, Jason fulfilled the mission and got the golden fleece. The Argonauts kidnapped both the fleece and Medea. According to the legend, the principal objective of the Greeks' trip was to seize the golden fleece. In reality, such a long-distance journey certainly had wider goals. Historical sources say that the kingdom of Colchis was an advanced country, and the Greeks may have come for the sake of secrets of Colchic culture. Small but beautiful and rich Georgia had always been of interest on the part of great powers. Many Georgians were killed in the struggles against invaders for the sake of the freedom of the country. Not far from Kutaisi, there is a wonderful monument to one of such heroic stories. Its name is Motsameta. In the battle of the year 735, brothers David and Constantine Kheidze were extraordinarily selfless. They rejected honors and tributes they had been offered to if they abandoned Christianity. David and Constantine were hung on a tree, beaten with heavy clubs, and then, with their arms and legs tied up, thrown into the river. Church canonized the Kheidze brothers. 300 years later, King Bagrat III built a new church in the valley of the river Skaltsitela and moved the martyrs' bones there. King Bagrat III built a great number of churches in Georgia. One of them is the magnificent church of the Dormition of Saint Virgin in the territory of Kutaisi. Irrespective of the fact that most parts of the complex are in ruins, the survived facilities evidence its riches and magnificence. In the 11th century, King Bagrat III managed to restore the territorial integrity of Georgia and conducted successful negotiations with breakaway principles. The king chose Kutaisi as the capital. Kutaisi became the first capital of United Georgia, and the Church of the Dormition of Saint Virgin turned into a symbol of unified Georgia. Presently, the clerical service is conducted under the open sky. A century later, after King Bagrat's reign, the great King David IV initiated the construction of the unique complex of Gelati. Gelati became a venue of scholarship and higher education. Owing to the high level of the Georgian philosophical school, it was referred to as Second Athens. Due to the spiritual activities, it was referred to as another Jerusalem. This was Georgian Renaissance. Under King David IV, Georgia reached the highest political and economic powers. Then, Georgia was the only state in the East actively hindering invaders' expansion toward Europe. Great King David IV is buried in Gelati. His grave is a sacred place for every Georgian. In the altar of Gelati St. Virgin Church, the author of Mosaics has abandoned the monumental celebration character and has reached dynamics. The image of St. Virgin bears national traits of a Georgian woman. Gelati and Bagrati, as unique architectural and historical monuments, have been included in the cultural thesaurus of the world by the UNESCO. The Georgian national dances, they carry the traces of the Georgian spirit and history. They portray a Georgian woman's charm and the Georgian man's eternal bravery. All these have been transcended from the past. Georgian folklore has survived time. This is the dearest what the national aesthetics has retained almost without any changes, as most perfect beauty, as a voice of the Georgian spirit, and as a token of glory, having passed a long way through centuries illuminated with the sparkles of swords.